Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. This is a very late stream for BuddyGames is doing, isn't it? Oh, I think we have no music on. Hold up. Let me just quickly look into that. I'm pretty sure I know why we don't have any music, but now we do. There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. My name is Nico, and you are watching BuddyGames, and we're doing a, a sponsored stream, yes. I think you can call it sponsored. A sponsored stream by the lovely one and only Square Enix. Again, thank you so much, Square Enix, for providing us with a code for the game coming up, which I will go in depth about in a little bit. But first, I want to say hi to everyone who's in chat right now. We have got Bandit7512, Cat Snores, Andy Slow, Kuraya1987. We got Purple Says, Lame is here as well. We got Rosa over here as well. Welcome in, Rosa. We got Enceladus. Dan Law is here as well. I don't know why I say it like that. I think it's because my head goes to like Tekken 3 with Force Law. Anyways, Crazy Murdoch is here as well. I see Frozen Wolf. I see Wendy Baps is here as well. Welcome in, Wendy Baps. We also have True Faithy in the chat. Welcome in, True Faithy. We got Ready Crash here as well. Welcome in, Ready Crash. We have Archduke of Prussia with a simple hi. We have Carlo Blanco here saying hello, everyone. We got Purple Says, welcome in. We got the one and only Liam Coolgang as well, who sacrificed, slaughtered like a true Witcher his Monday stream so we can have a little bit of space for Indiana Jones. Thank you so much, Liam, for making that one possible with us. We also have in our chat Disneyland Queen. Welcome in, Disneyland Queen. Who else do we have here? I see Lamode is here as well. Welcome in, Lamode. And Mr. James Ether. Mr. James Ether, you picked a fantastic stream to check out because this like the kind of game I think that you would really enjoy. But yes, welcome on in. You're currently going to be watching a stream of a video game called Fantasian. And in case if you're wondering what Fantasian is the latest installment made by Mistwalker, which is a studio that makes video games in Hawaii, for goodness sake. That's so cool. Like, I don't know what the reason was for them to place their studio in Hawaii, but they were like, just have a studio in Hawaii, why not, right? That's freaking awesome. But yes, it's made by Mistwalker, and if you don't know what Mistwalker is a studio that makes RPGs, and some of the RPGs that they made are Blue Dragon, which you may remember. I know we've got a lot of PlayStation audience in here, so you may not remember Blue Dragon, and Lost Odyssey, which is was it a Final Fantasy game in disguise. I played 2 discs of that one. I still need to finish it, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. I really wish that game was more accessible for more people who don't have an Xbox. But, oh my god, it's so good. I see Blue Dragon Love in the chat. That's good to see. Let's go. But yes, Fantasian is a very interesting case because Fantasian is a video game that was released on the Apple Store out of all platforms. And it was exclusive on the Apple Store for a long time because it was released in 2 parts as well. But that was the only way how you could play it. So you need either an iPhone or an Apple TV, which is, in most cases, very unusual for people to play video games on because most people play like on PC or on consoles and whatsoever. But we got great news. Hironobu Sakaguchi, the director for this game, collaborated with Square Enix on this one, and now it's available on PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox Series S and X, and it's available on Steam. It's the whole shebang, everyone. Every platform you can play it on, and I'm so happy for this collaboration because if you do not know who Hironobu Sakaguchi is, the term that everyone throws around is that he is the father of Final Fantasy, and that is 100% true. He was the original creator that made Final Fantasy 1, and I think he directed a couple more later down the line. I think he directed Final Fantasy 9. Because the directors are like, they shuffled them around in the PS1 era. But yes, he was responsible for a lot of Final Fantasy games before he departed at Squaresoft at the time. And now he's back to collaborate with Square Enix for this one. So it's a really nice collaboration to see the two work together to make this one work. And another reason to be excited for this game is because the music is done by none other than Nobuo Uematsu, which is very unusual for him to be hired to do an entire production. Normally, he would be doing like a couple of tracks here and there for games, like how he did in Rebirth, how he did, like, I think he did one track, but I think he might have done more tracks, other than, of course, the arrangements that he made in the original Final Fantasy VII. But yes, he is back for this game as well, and the music will not disappoint. So it has all the ingredients in place to essentially be to be a classic Final Fantasy game. Now, the reason why I wanted to cover this game on BuddyGames is because Fantasian, not only, like I said, it's a very unique case of, like, it's a game that was stuck on Apple and now it's available on other platforms. But not only that, but it is like looking at it's like looking at a game that tries to be something like, it's hard to explain, but like with the PS1 days, you were limited, of course, with what you can show, because, you know, if you look at a game like Final Fantasy 16 and its scale and, you know, everything being seamless and stuff, that wasn't a thing you could do back then. So you were reluctant on like loading screens and pre-rendered backgrounds and that kind of stuff. And Fantasian feels a little bit like an homage to those days. It feels like if you told someone you have to replicate that style again, how would you go about with it? So rather than you follow it beat for beat, like something you would see from Mega Man 9, where it truly tries to replicate the NES era, this game tries to, pay tribute to it in its own way. And we're going to talk about this obviously within the game as well, but the backgrounds for it, buddies, are so cool because most of the backgrounds in this game are actually made in real life. They're actually like physical areas that you can explore, and what they've done in this game, they've just scanned the entire area, so it feels like you're looking at a pre-rendered background, but in truth, it's an actual area that you can explore. So yeah, there's tons of cool ingredients for this game to be a success, and it plays a little bit like like a PS1 Final Fantasy game is how most people would describe it. Now, my history with this game is non-existent. I know as much as you guys do. I've obviously done a little bit of research into this game before I'm going to play it, but I'm as fresh as you guys are with this one, at least if you haven't played it yet, of course. But I'm super excited to see what this game is about. So yes, there you go. That's a little introduction for you all to know what to expect for this stream. I'm going to be covering for this for like about 2 hours or so. Sometimes it happens that on Fridays we kind of like, leap out to do other things. But we shall see. Also, I want to point out that I am wearing the Best Girl shirt. Check this out, buddies. Ta-da! It is Tara, aka Texas, as she's known over here in our community. We got Moogle and Texas over here. I bought this shirt back when I was still a little bit larger, and I was like, when I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to wear this one at some point. So I was like, today's the day, because we're playing, a game made by Square Enix, and it's very Final Fantasy-like. That was indeed from the Uniqlo collab lane. I've got a couple more shirts at home, but I'm going to wear my favorite and what I believe is the best Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy VI. I know there's not a lot of people on Twitch that would echo that these days, but I god darn love Final Fantasy VI. Right, let me just see what other people had to say as well. Frozen Wolf says, I love Blood Dragon and Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey is so darn good. I cannot wait to show that game to Liam and Rosie one day. Burrito says, I wish I could get into Blue Dragon. I love the style, but I can't get past disc 1. At least you tried, Burrito. Not every game is obviously for everyone, so I do appreciate that you at least gave it a shot and see if it was your cup of tea. So yeah, Luden's Atlas says, I saw Sakaguchi playing Final Fantasy XIV live at FanFest. And he murdered Yoshi P with a tank buster in a raid. That was hilarious. Yeah, that's what I love about Sakaguchi in interviews and stuff. Like, he's a genius when it comes to making video games, but he is so, what's the right word? Like, he just wants to have fun, you know what I mean? He just wants to have a good time. He's the kind of person you want to have at parties and stuff, you know, like someone that has like tons of stories, is always there to create a good mood. That's the kind of guy that he projects himself to be, on social media and that kind of stuff. And also a thing that I thought was really cool about Sakaguchi, do you guys remember? This was at the very beginning, before people actually played the demo of Final Fantasy 16. Do you buddies remember that people were like saying,
this isn't a real Final Fantasy because it plays like Devil May Cry?
And then Sakaguchi, the man himself, the father of Final Fantasy, came forward and just said, "Huh, this is a cool Final Fantasy game." And he just enjoyed it. He absolutely loved Final Fantasy 16. I don't think he had a single thought in his mind. He was like, this isn't like Final Fantasy at all. So it's so cool to see that, you know, when Yoshi P took direction of Final Fantasy 16, that he was fully embracive of it. But yeah, I do remember that the I do remember people being very much in commotion for that one. But yes, luckily though, this is a lot more like a turn-based RPG. So if this is more your forte, then congratulations, you did get in the end what you want, but just in a different form, I suppose. I see. See, Scott has joined as well, saying "Morning, King." Good morning to you, Scott. I don't know. Are you currently in America by any chance? Because of, you know, the Game Awards, that could be the case. But yes, welcome in. What is it? I see Solifis says, hello, welcome in, Solifis. Burrito says, if a game is described as Devil May Cry, it's an obvious win. Yes, they just don't get it, do they, Burrito? Scott says, I am not. Yeah, wouldn't we all want to be in America right now? Did any of you buddies watch the, the Game Awards last night? I sure did. And it was the best Game Awards I have seen in a long time. It was thoroughly enjoyable. Obviously, we blooming won, didn't we? Game of the Year Astrobot. Of course it had to be. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I need to... This is not an Astrobot stream, after all, but boy was it happy for Astrobot to win this one. Such a good game. I will also quickly say, I have played the Astrobot Christmas level, and I'm not going to be talking about it on stream because not everyone has been playing that one yet, and there are some VIP bots in there that, you know, are still a secret. We don't want to reveal that yet. However, we have a Discord, !Discord in the chat, or just grab the pinned tweet, not the pinned tweet, the pinned message on the top, and then we can go into a spoiler chat and just talk about it over there, in case you want to hear my, thoughts on it, because I can imagine that for the Christmas level there might be some people who will be like, how did you feel about this? How do you feel about that? So that is a thing. Dragon's Dogma 2 Game of the Year, but Jim was too much of a coward for it. Yeah, I feel that Dragon's Dogma 2, you know, it's a brilliant game, don't get me wrong, but it really came out in a time when there were so many RPGs on the market that I think a lot of people made it like their second choice of like, I want to play these games first, and then I'll play Dragon's Dogma, and then it's like, ooh, another shiny video game, and then they forget about it. But Dragon's Dogma 2, obviously, we played it on the channel. I thought it was really entertaining, really good. So yeah, there's indeed, it begs the question of like, where was that in all of the mentions and stuff? But at the same time, when it comes to these events, right, buddies, like, there's a whole commercial element to it all as well. It's not just, you know, giving out awards and happy days. It's also there to advertise as well as it's obviously to advertise as well as to create commotion, to create like create exposure for particular video games. So yeah, that is an element that plays as well with some of these events, and as a result, yeah, some things could just go a little bit differently. You were quite excited for the Astro update. I absolutely was. It's a free update. It's Christmas themed, and we are getting more bots. Was announced for that one. Now I can say, because I'm going to keep it vague, but obviously we're working on this giant Astrobot video in the background. I'm still busy with the scripting part of it at the moment. We have cataloged every single bot and what they have to say and what they have to do in the game. We're now at the part we have to kind of make sense of it all, which is a lot of work. But well, obviously we have been looking at the bots that were added into it, and luckily I only had to get 2 games out of it, and luckily they weren't like super pricey whatsoever. So very chuffed with that one for the Astrobot video, because I was really worried that we're going to see some very obscure PS1 or PS2 games or something, and those games I didn't happen not to own, and it was like 200 quid or something. I was very worried for that for a second, but that seemed to not be the case. So yeah, indeed, McTavish, that is a relief. Also, I got to say about the Game Awards, what I thought was really cool with Astrobot in particular, when Mark Cerny played Astrobot during the development of it. Obviously, but I should probably give some context. So if you do not know who Mark Cerny is and you heard him here and there, Mark Cerny is basically a man who's been working in the games industry since the Atari days, okay? This man goes all the way back. Oh, Marin! Thank you so much for the sub. I'll finish my story in a second. Marin says, good evening. Late to the party tonight. For some reason, Discord don't give me notification when you were live. Looking forward to seeing what this game is about. For those who got a Discord notification, did it come through for you buddies? Because, yeah, we should normally have it. But, yes, Marin, thank you so much for the sub and welcome on in. But, yes, what is it? Mark Cerny is a man who's been working in the games industry for, like, 4 decades, I believe. No? Yeah, 4 decades at this point, which is almost like as if the very beginning of this industry with games like Marble Madness. And not only that, but Mark Cerny worked on video games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. He worked on Sonic 2 as well, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and he later became responsible for the architecture of PlayStation 2 and beyond. I cannot say with certainty if he worked on PS3, but I do know he was responsible for the PS4, PS5, and PS5 Pro's architecture. You didn't send a go live notification, Nico. That's why I was late as well. Oh no, I did send one to the I bet I didn't press enter in the end. Sorry, Chucky. This is the problem when you do things by yourself. Things kind of slipped through the crack. Chucky, you're more than happy if there was seriously no at everyone notification. Feel free to go into the Discord and do an at everyone if you like. It's a very rare occasion where I'm giving you permission for that one, I suppose. But yes, that normally should go out. But yeah, so Mark Cerny worked on all those games. So as I said, worked on Purple says, thank you so much for the sub. 18 months. That is a year and a half. Thank you so much. So Mark Cerny worked on games like Spyro the Dragon. He worked on Crash Bandicoots. And those are essential platformers for the PS1 all the way to the PS5. And as a result, if you made like Astrobot and your game kind of like flirts with the idea of old nostalgic PS1 games and stuff, then getting acknowledgement from Mark Cerny at the Game Awards means so much to that. So maybe I'm looking way too much into. Maybe Nico was just like, cool, thanks, Mark, because they work, I don't know, twice or 3 times a week or something. But I think personally, it's very cool, and I'm very happy to see that Nico got that opportunity, because winning Game of the Year is definitely a huge thing. So yeah, let me just make sure. Bandit, you're in the Book of Eternity as well. So, yeah, and other than that, so you probably also are curious to see what my thoughts were on... So, was it Mark Cerny brought Spyro into the public eye, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, Burrito, I believe that Mark Cerny was a bit of a recruiter / consult for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. So, more so about how do we make this thing, come to life and sell it to the masses, and less about coming in and making sense of it all, so to speak. So, yeah, a bit of a senior over the entire project and saying, like, this is how this should be run. It's probably a proper business term for it, but that is what I believe his role was for PlayStation 1. So, yes, some games were announced. If you need to catch up with that, you don't want to get spoiled, here's your warning for that, okay? But, yes, with the Game Awards, there were a couple of very cool announcements. I was super happy to see Ninja Gaiden coming back. Oh my god, that is so cool. NES Ninja Gaiden with the cutscene where they stand in the grass fields and one of them slashes into the other. They remade that. That's super cool to see Ryu Hayabusa being back. As long as perhaps like a son or something, or a disciple. We don't know exactly what that is yet. So excited to see what that one is about. Maybe the Blasphemous people. So that's definitely something to be excited about. We saw Onimusha coming back. Oh my god, who saw that one coming? I think, buddies, even if you're not a fan of Onimusha, this is a big thing for Capcom fans, because saying something like having Onimusha coming back is like saying Chibi Robo is coming back. as like a full-fledged franchise, that it's like at that point the sky is the limit. You could ask for Dino Crisis and it could happen one day, especially with the other announcement that was made, Okami as well. Very, very cool to see that one coming back as well. So yeah, it's like the fact that Capcom is bringing those games back, it's just like it kind of opens the entire conversation up for more IPs to come back. But and then again, this might be one of the reasons why they did this huge poll back in in 2023. Don't play with my heart, Nico, says Chucky. Are you referring to Okami? That's going to get a sequel? Because it is going to get a sequel, Chucky. It is confirmed. It is happening. Or are you referring to, like, if a Dino Crisis? Oh, Dino Crisis. In all honesty, at this point, they're going to do it. Like, I feel that Dino Crisis is going to happen within the next 5 years. They've got the RE engine down to a T. People absolutely adore Dino Crisis. I think Dino Crisis is the perfect game for when it comes to having the reboot treatment. You know, when they make like Resident Evil 2 Remake and they had to reinterpret loads of bits to make it more interesting, I feel that Dino Crisis is the candidate for it because thematically, Dino Crisis is interesting enough to stand by itself, but as a video game, as to what it provides, it's such a big puzzle solving and highly frustrating when you die and that kind of stuff. It could be more refined, but people just need to go back to the drawing board and kind of like change a couple of things around, because when the dinosaurs chase you or when they go for this Mr. X approach with the T-Rex, that's where Dino Crisis truly shines, and seeing that come to life more would be awesome. So at that point, I know it's like heavy copium, like, you know, go stand in the Bloodborne corner over there, but in all honesty, I think it's going to happen. Also, Apollo joined our chat last night with Mary Break, Dan Law, me, and Lena, because at 2 o'clock, we all said, we think we're going to see a Naughty Dog game tonight. What do you guys say? And people seemed interested in the idea of a Naughty Dog game. So then we said, okay, let's go to question 2. If there was another game that Naughty Dog would do, what would it be? And literally all of us said a sci-fi game. And I cannot believe it. We are getting a Naughty Dog sci-fi game. It's called Intergalactic something Profits, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to have tons of famous actors in it from what I've seen. I've seen the person who plays Lalo Salamanca from Better Call Saul appear in it, which I think is really cool. So the fact that we're getting a new Naughty Dog game is exciting. Speaking from, you know, as a fan of Naughty Dog games, I think the idea of a sci-fi game is very healthy for that company, because think of it like this, buddies. Last of Us is a very, very dark IP. It's constantly doom and gloom. It's about fungus. And I don't know, like, you don't look into it, of course, but obviously nature can be very gross and very unsettling to look at. So to have constantly these zombies and terror, and you have to draw that, and you have to make it all fleshy, you know what I mean? Like all that disgusting stuff. To work on that day by day, week by week, year by year at that point, you gotta admit, it's gonna have to have an effect on you mentally. So to have a little bit more variety in the team, something new, something different, something that gets the creative juices flowing for, like, okay, what else can we do as a creative studio? That is what's very exciting for the IP. So yes, that's why I am very happy for Naughty Dog that they're doing this. And I'm very curious to see what they do. I did get some slack from my friends for saying, like, oh, I get the feeling that they're going for a little bit of a Star-Lord approach with the protagonist-antagonist person that we're following. Because, you know, the red jackets and the old school music and the vintage way of listening to music. Like, oh, there's this weird sci-fi jukebox and stuff. I was like, it just feels a little bit like Star-Lord, doesn't it? It's not Star-Lord straight up, of course, because Star-Lord is much different in personality than what the character was projected as. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Guardians of the Galaxy vibes over here. I was like, I don't know where you're going with this, but we shall see. I don't know. But at the same time, the nature felt more like something you would see in Returnal than you would see in like Guardians of the Galaxy at the same time. But yes, very excited to see where that one goes, because I feel that the Last of Us IP, you know, even though it's interesting, and I would love to see them explore that more as a world rather than the same characters, it is time to see Naughty Dog try something new, something different out, and see where they could carry that. Sony Eric says, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. I was intrigued, but yes, it was more sold by Naughty Dog being behind it. Exactly, the Naughty Dog name, where it carries so much weight behind it. If you were there in 2015, back when Uncharted 4 was announced, this was a trailer when they showed Nathan Drake and Sully going to that giant market where they have to go down the hill and stuff. I remember seeing that, and they dropped the Naughty Dog logo. That was the first thing that they showed, and the crowd lost it. This was almost a decade ago. This is how much of a staple Naughty Dog is in this industry. So yes, that name carries it. I saw Witcher 4 being mentioned as well. Now, I'm not going to lie, I don't know anything about The Witcher, so it's very hard for me to be excited about that one. But I am very excited for my friend Cold Freeze and for people like Marin, who are massive, massive spoken fans for the Witcher franchise. Because, yes, there's a lot to be excited for that franchise at the moment. And the trailer looked sick. Like, they're so good looking. It felt like you were watching an E3 trailer again. What else was at the Game Awards before we move on? Am I missing any games, buddies? Yeah, Onimusha, Okami was mentioned. There must have been more. I haven't seen the trailer yet, says Stusha. The trailer's really good, but it begs the question if that's what obviously is actually going to look, the game going to look like, because we had the same with Uncharted 4, where, you know, we saw this massively interesting, colorful trailer, but I felt that the game wasn't exactly that, even though it was still very impressive. So we shall see. Let's see. I see Cool View saying Clive in Tekken 8. I'm going to be honest. We were mugged, because I feel that Tifa would have been a much more interesting pick than Clive. I understand why they picked Clive. You know, he's the new kid around the block. They've got a PC game that just came out. There's a PS5 game that came out. Who knows if there's going to be an Xbox version at this point? I get why they want to go for that character. But let's face it, buddies. If we could have one character from Final Fantasy in a Tekken game, it will be Tifa. So yes, that's my opinion on that one. Happy for those who were happy, but in my opinion, I wasn't really excited for that one. But he says, imagine Tifa in Tekken. Oh, exactly. Harada is a troll. He knows what he's doing, says Cool for You. Yeah, but at the same time, people are also kind of constantly poking him with all these questions, like how people were asking him about, like, characters perhaps returning, and him being very vocal about, like, it ain't happening. That character is gone. Like, absolutely dead. Forget about it. And then those characters come back. Slayer James is here as well. Welcome to Slayer James. We're talking about the Game Awards before we play a bit of Fantasian. Let's see. I also see Kazan. Kazan, is that the Berserker game? Chocobo? Let me just look that up quickly. Just so I have that image. I have probably seen this game. Yeah, it was the first Berserker Kazan. Yeah, that was really cool to see. Obviously curious to see where that one goes. Kiraya says Ben Starr as the MC. Kiraya, Ben Starr was in the entire show. It was National Ben Starr Day. We had a Balatro thing with Ben Starr in it. We had Clive Rossfield. There was Clive. There was Ben Starr in that. Kazan, Ben Starr was in that one. Warframe was announced as well. That came out, I think, today or tomorrow. That has Ben Starr in it. It's like, it's inescapable. He's everywhere. Well, I gotta be careful because Ben has, lurks in this chat before. He might be watching now and be like, unsubscribe. You know what I mean? It's like, gone. We're cancelled. We're done. They don't want to see us. Is he the new Troy Baker, says Karaya. So the difference between Ben and Troy so far is that I would love to see Ben try out characters that are different from Clive Rossfield at the moment, because the thing with Ben's performances is that they're all very much surrounded around Clive Rossfield, and there's nothing wrong with that, because it's obviously, it pays his bills. I get it. And he does a fantastic job with it. But as an actor, and you know, as a creator myself, as a graphic designer, you constantly get commissioned for things that you've already done, because that's the thing that people know you for. So they want you to do that again. But obviously, you have a whole wheelhouse of things that you can do. It's not just that one thing that you can do. So with Ben, it's kind of like just waiting until he has done more different kinds of roles where he can truly show the full spectrum that he has lying as it underneath his wonderful talents. Because right now, yeah, he's been very much typecasted at the moment, Stu Sharp. But where the reason why I'm saying that he's different from Troy at the moment is because Troy had this, you guys might remember this, had this tremendous opportunity with the people that made Arkham Origins. Now, I know that not everyone likes Arkham Origins, but you have to admit, his Joker impression was spot on. It was so darn good. And this man knows how to absolutely, completely morph himself into something else. So, if Troy Baker didn't have roles like the Joker or what was the other one? Like Joel from Last of Us, where he completely morphs himself into something different, he would have probably still been typecasted for characters like Booker DeWitt in BioShock, which, which that one would have shown, you know, like that would have only like shown one version of what he can do. So I feel that Ben kind of falls in that at the moment. And, you know, as someone, like, I can't speak on him on a personal level that I know him, but, you know, I do wish him the best, and I really hope he gets more characters in. So I would love to see him do a jovial character, something like Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI, like something like that. I would love to see him try something that's more jovial, happy, flamboyant. I want to see if he can pull something like that off. But he's also in Hades too, so maybe that character is a little bit different. So let's see what else is saying. Ben is likable. Ben is very likable. So yeah, I just, you know, I hung out with him once, and my impression was very, very good of him. Just very level-headed, very kind, very interested in what you have to say as well. Because, you know, in an industry of way more interesting people, you kind of get like very quickly put in the shadow of like, oh, we'd rather talk to these people and stuff. But Ben doesn't do that at all. Ben is so nice. So yeah, who else do we have over here? People don't like Arkham Origins. So if I'm not mistaken, Arkham Origins is not like hated, but I feel that Arkham Origins is it's like the lesser liked one out of the quadrilogy. But again, I'm not speaking for myself over here. I have no experience with the Arkham games. I'm just speaking like on behalf, because I have heard things here and there about it. But Troy Baker's performance as the Joker is phenomenal. I've heard bits and pieces of it, and it's very much akin to something that you'd see Mark Hamill do. And obviously, we now know that Troy Baker did, Indie, which I personally think he did a really good job with. But yeah, that's enough about Troy and Ben and stuff. We're talking Game Awards over here. So yeah, Kazan was mentioned. Very cool. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Where was Expedition 33? Ben Storm was in that. Yeah, that's a very good point. Where was Expedition 33? Let's see. Who else do we have? The great co-op game from Hazelight. Sorry, I had a tickle in my throat. Yeah, that game looked very interesting as well. Like, it looked like just more of It Takes Two, but that's not a bad thing, because It Takes Two is phenomenal. So I want to see more of that. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah, the weird Pac-Man game. Miss Donnie, thank you so much for the bits. The weird Pac-Man game. Love it. Because, I don't know, there's just something comical about a game going absolutely like in a wildly different direction. So very curious to see where that one goes. Maybe it's because I have a secret guilty pleasure for bad licensed movie games. So, you know, I just kind of see that in it, and that's why I welcome it. But that could also just be something different. I don't know. I feel quite confident on that one. Rose says Tekken 9 Tifa time. I see. Where did I see it? Who said it? Let me just make sure that I grab it. Cat Snore says Project Century. So that was a very fun guessing game when that one showed up, because obviously it looked at was like an open world game that takes place in 20th century Asia. So it's like, who could make this game? And it hit me when the singing was happening, because you got this like almost Broadway big band kind of style of music playing. Was it playing whilst you're looking at the trailer? And I was like, I recognize that voice. I know who that is. And then it hit me. It was none other than Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, the man himself who sung decades worth of songs at Sega and franchises like Virtua Fighter, Daytona, indeed, Phantasy Star Online, Burning Rangers, Shenmue. He's composed music for Shenmue as well. And to hear him, after so long, still being as relevant as he is today, to do music for Ryuga Gotoku, massive honor. I was so happy to hear that. Yeah, he was the music in the background, and I kept pestering Rosie this morning, being like, did you hear the voice? Did you hear the voice? Because Takenobu Mitsuyoshi, if you do not know who he is, check his work out. He is so nice, so kind, so energetic. He is an absolute joy. If I ever had a wedding, I want him to sing on it. It's so darn good. Right, let me see what other games. Oh yeah, I didn't really talk about it. Honestly, it's just Ryuga Gotoku, and at this point, I'm just like, I'll just eat anything that they make. So I'm just at the point where I'm like, I will see what the game is about. Chocobo says, to be fair, Expedition 33 just got an extended look at Tokyo Game Show. That's the thing with these events, isn't it? Like these events are so expensive to gather. Like there could even be a trade-off point where there's so little return for showing off a game at an event like that, where it actually might be cheaper to just hand the game out for free to people. Like, that's crazy. That's like completely anti-consumerism. No, it's very pro-consumerism. It's just, anti-corporations. Because how the hell is a company like Sega meant to survive on that or something? So yeah, it's like, I get why, with Expedition 33, where they might need to make just like choices. But it's in people's minds, clearly. We have, I see the mention of Elden Ring as well. Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? So I got massively slandered in the Discord for that one. I've been reminded that Chocobo is a big fan of Souls games as well. The fact that she knows a lot about the lore. That was a detail that has escaped me for far too often, far too long. So yeah, we had some chats about that. But I would love to see some buddies team up and say, you know what? We're going to do a playthrough of this Elden Ring DLC and see where that's heading. Because I've heard already, I'm not really going to reveal too much of it, but I've heard that there's like loose connections to other games in it as well. And to see some people... nah, Chucky, you said you were a little bit salty. You were a little bit. Now you're very salty. But what is it? What is it? So I would like to see some buddies like team up and just do a playthrough of it together, even if it's like offline or something. The fact that people can work together on that one is awesome. Karai says only 3 Souls players in total, apparently. Yeah, I don't know if that's a bad thing. Like, you've seen it yourself with our fight with Lady Maria. Like, there comes a point where enough's enough. And if there's more than 3, you can overwhelm a boss. And then as a result, it just doesn't really matter what you do at that point. Because I have said before, I will go back to fight Lady Maria properly. Because I did love that fight. We were just kind of running low on the clock. So we had to make a choice on that fight. Oh, gosh, Solovis. This is a question I cannot answer to you in like some form of official capacity because the details are very specific on that one. But I'm sure that someone in the chat can send you some information about it. Because yeah, I don't have any official information about that one. They kind of just like drop the trailer on people, and then everyone else would just like to recommend it just to look around and see what you can find about it. Virtual Fighter 5 as well. Yeah, what was the fighter on that one, Stu Sharp? Was that the Project Century reference or something? Or is that going to be like a completely new Virtua Fighter? Yeah, no, Karai. that, you know, I see what you mean, but it's more like, you know, like a link or something, like a reference rather than, you know, just saying something, right? Because I've heard also people say it's DLC or whatsoever, right? So just some form of like, this is what that thing said, and that's why that is the way it is. But anyways, what is it? So I think that's pretty much like all of the things that we can really discuss about the Game Awards, isn't it? I looked at it like a new Virtua Fighter game from Ryukogotoku Studios. Oh, really? I thought it might have been like Virtua Fighter 5 again, but I do know that they've been talking about Virtua Fighter stuff over and over. It's just a little bit confusing at this point because we've got the Virtua Fighter 5 and they kind of remade that and then they kind of expanded on it. So it's a little bit like I'm not really sure what Virtua Fighter is anymore at this point. But maybe some clever marketing could fix that. There's a PC port of Virtua Fighter 5 soon as well. That's probably where I'm confused, yeah. Because I have seen YouTubers talk about Virtua Fighter 5, but I was now just a bit like, what is it now exactly? Yeah, I think that's it for that one. Right, buddies? A Split Fiction. Split Fiction. Let me have a look. Is that the Hazelight game? Yes, it is. Yeah, I said that. What is it? It looks like more It Takes Two, and that's not a bad thing. That is an amazing thing. In fact, I loved It Takes Two. It was my game of the year of 2022. I think it was 2021. One of those 2 years. And after that, I was like, you know what? They've done Brother. That was great. They've done it. What is it? A Way Out, which I thought was brilliant. And It Takes Two was just so rich. There was so much content hidden in that game that it kind of made me go like, okay, at this point, whatever they make next, it's going to be good. It's going to be real darn good because they know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm very excited for that game. It's just going to be a game that I'm just kind of like going to tune off for now, and just whenever it shows up again, I'll check it out. So yeah. Yeah, with that said, that's all my thoughts on the Game Awards. I'm still a little bit like from that night, but it is what it is. Right, with that said, let's play a bit of Fantasian. Are you buddies ready for it? Let's go! So, as I said, this game is provided to us by Square Enix. Thank you so much, Square Enix, for making this one possible. I've been very excited to see this game, come to consoles as well as PC and other platforms after its Apple TV debut. So, I'm super excited to show this game off. Ready to see my next obsession? Yes, Jokubo, that's what we want to hear. You see that? You see that, Square Enix? You see that? No, just kidding. Yes, let's get that quickly out of the way. Square Enix has absolutely blessed us this year. We have got Final Fantasy 16 on PC. We've got Romancing Saga 2. We have got Dragon Quest III 2D HD, which for the longest time weren't even sure was going to come over here. Which they expand on. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 are coming out soon. That's not coming out yet, but we've got Dragon Quest III. Who else do we have? We've got Visions of Mana, completely new Mana game that came out. Probably detail that a lot of people in this community have slept on, but Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is available on Xbox now as well, which is fantastic news. Oh my god, these people, they have just been going on and on and on with all these amazing games. And that's just 2024. Like, if you go back to 2023, they've done tons of games. So to see this game alongside all these other games that Square Enix has done, it's just such a huge thing, and I'm so happy for it. But yes, we're going to be playing some Fantasian now. Like I said, made by Hironobu Sakaguchi. Nobuo Uematsu made the music. Both Final Fantasy people from Final Fantasy 1 all the way to Final Fantasy 10. It's a big deal that this one is now on console. So let's check it out. So as I said, I don't have a lot of experience with this game. I haven't played it yet. I've looked up a lot of things. So I know that apparently this is a cool feature for you, buddies. You can change the music depending on what game you'd like. So you have all these other games you can pick from. I'm very happy to see Final Fantasy 14 on here. I know that people love the music in those games as well. Very happy to see Pixel Remaster, but I think I'm going to stick to the original because Nobuo Uematsu made the music. Like, come on, you got to respect that, you know what I mean? He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT! Yeah, I thought it was worth showing off, Chucky. I thought you would appreciate that one. My baby, says Atlas. Yeah, people love 14. There we go. Mistwalker, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon. Last Story as well, I forgot to mention. They did that one as well. Soken is also the GOAT here, absolutely. Seen him pulling with your heartstring buddies, reactors. Starting off with a lot of reactors to see what they're doing. Da, 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 da. Am I the only one that's thinking that now? There's Sonya Aaron, you know those drawings where it's like normal guy and it's like Ryu from Street Fighter and he just has a bandana on and that's the difference. That's what it reminded me of when you said that. They know what they're doing, cool. They know what they're doing. So there you go. See what I mean with the top-down view? It looks like it's pre-rendered, but it's not. It's photography with 3D models on top of it.
Leo, are you okay?
Ooh, okay, let's try this.
The magical explosion appears to have rendered Master Leo inoperative. The detonation radius is increasing. If we do not quickly leave, we are doomed.
Come on, Leo. Reboot. Reboot. That thing is coming back.
It's a robot, Karaya.
What? What's going on?
Yeah, so that's worth mentioning as well, cool. You can turn the voices off. I've chosen to do them all because some people like to lurk. But you can go for the full classic Final Fantasy experience where you just have text bubbles if you'd like that too.
Reboot successful.
Huh? Where am I?
You've been fighting in this Thaumatech factory. These explosions are the result.
What? No, hang on a sec.
Uh-oh, we've got company.
Here we go.
Huh? Why are we... What was I doing here?
Master Leo, please get a hold of yourself.
What if we put ourselves over here?
Activating defense system.
Are you deflecting their shots?
Correct. My
This is
barrier can block
very
attacks of this caliber.
Mistwalker, by the way. Those who have played Lost Odyssey, seeing that bar on the bottom, I'm like, that is Lost Odyssey right there.
However, it will not last forever. Please select fight to attack an enemy.
Let's do this.
Awesome. So originally this game was made for phones and iPads as well. So I'm very happy to report you can just use the controller for everything now. But you're going to see that a lot where you need the feels is very much integrated in the game. Archer, thanks so much for the bits.
Whoa there. Missed me. There's too many of them. The barrier's about to wear off.
I advise you to use skills. One may target multiple enemies.
Oh my god! Thank you so much for the sub. The gift's up to a dip, apparently. Let me note you down in the Book of Eternity. There we go. Awesome. Let me just make sure everyone is in the book. Yes, everyone's in the book. Awesome. Because remember, now I'm only by myself for today, so I'm going to have to make sure that everything is in place. Use the left stick to move. Oh. You can change your trajectory of the slash skill by moving the left stick. By doing this, you can target multiple enemies at once. You can also press the circle button to cancel the action. Do this when you need to rethink your actions. So yeah, Karaya, you have played Grandia. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because you're going to see a little bit of similarity in this game with it, where you kind of fight in a terrain, and you can kind of, if you fight cleverly, you can use one attack to go straight for two enemies instead.
You're done! Miss me! Whoa!
It's a lot of work, Fernando, but don't forget, we also have the lovely support of our moderators helping us out as well. If
the barrier nullifies a certain amount of damage, but it can only withstand a limited number of attacks. I will also use skills and items to support you, Master Leo.
Right, okay, let's try fight.
Yeah.
Nice.
These robots. Where did they come from? Pierce them!
Do you, buddy, see what I mean? That it feels like you're looking at a PlayStation 1 game? Like the character's small on screen, it's got this pre-rendered background going on and stuff. It feels like you're looking at a PS1 game, but they had to make a PS1 game today. And it's not like, oh, we're going to try to make it all look retro like Silent Hill or something. Like, no, it's like, if we had to make a pre-rendered background, but we had to make it as nicely as possible, this is what it would look like. That's how I envision it. Which I think is super creative. Like, we need more games that welcome a different kind of interpretation of how you could make games look like what they used to. Similar to how if you have an SNES game, you could then add more colors to it, and then you have more variety to it, but it still looks like an NES game as a result. It's pixel density or something.
Okay, well, I've got one thing figured out. We're in trouble if we don't get out of here.
Enjoy your wonderful break. I've got, for the buddies out there, I bet there's some buddies over here as well. We're so close, aren't we, buddies, to our like lovely, sweet nectar of a Christmas break. I have one more week left, and then I've got 2 whole weeks off, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for that. I've been working my butt off to make that work.
Order.
Run before that thing gets here.
Thing? Okay. Move for the use the left stick. Okay. Let's just move it. So, this is what I mean, buddies. Look at this. Doesn't it feel like you're playing like a PS1 Final Fantasy game? Look, you got save points as well. And look, this, by the way, I know we just saw it, but look at this. Look how satisfying this is. Whoa! Oh, we got a fight.
Deploying barrier. Targets confirmed. Attacking.
Rosie, welcome in. Just got back from my 13-hour shift. Glad I caught this bonus stream. Rosie, put your feet up high, grab yourself a nice, cool drink, and just relax. Well done. Well done today. The weekend is here. Hopefully you have the whole weekend off. My out of office is on! And off to Disneyland tomorrow. You're doing your name justice, Disneyland Queen. Congratulations. Oh, I love hearing that. We're all so close to that sweet, sweet Christmas break. So Solifis says, same here, Nico, off on the 20th, back on the 7th. Same. Very excited for that. Just gonna chill on the sofa, play some games with Rosie, and just take it easy for a bit. We've worked so hard all three of us in different ways. We're just all ready for just a nice long break.
My head.
Are you okay, Leo?
My assessment suggests no.
Be quiet for a sec. Feels like my head's gonna explode. So, how do you guys know me? Are we friends or something? My head's killing me.
Well, you say that, Chucky, but the moderators also deserve a nice break. You three have been very on the ball with BuddyGames. It has been very
Master Leo
necessary at
reprogrammed
times.
and
So we
rebooted
do
us
really
so that we
appreciate
would
that.
obey his every command. Demand, order, instruction, directive.
I get it. I take it you two are from around here?
That is correct. It has been 2 hours and 43 minutes since you rebooted us, Master Leo.
No, sorry to hear that, Rosie. Oh, that sucks.
No, I don't remember any of that. All I can remember is my own name. What was I even doing here?
No
Your
worries, cool.
behavior
Welcome
thus far
back.
indicates some memory malfunction. Magic particles from the explosion may have affected your nervous system.
Magical explosion?
The tanks you destroyed are emitting some sort of hazardous magical energy.
I did this? Great.
We're literally doing a
Very
reaction
much
mission.
so, I guess.
Come on, access your memory.
If you need to heal yourself, open the camp menu. There you can use
The what
items and
menu?
confirm your current location.
Right, open the camp menu. There we go. You can view items available to the party in the items menu. You can also select healing items from the immediate use category to recover HP and MP outside of battle. Awesome. Oh, by the way, Final Fantasy fans, you're going to love this. Revives a KO character of Phoenix Feather. Now, normally, people would look at this and go like, oh, you're just being Final Fantasy. But remind you, this is made by Sakaguchi. This is the man who invented this franchise, okay? There's one person who can get away with it, it's him. Okay, so we want to access something? Displays a map look pendant. Does this do anything? No. Does this do anything? No. Just keep going over here. I wonder if you can turn on tank controls in this game.
This elevator could serve as our exit route. If only the
Power switch, right over there.
Let's hit it.
barrier.
Here I come.
Right, can we do it like in one nice line? No? Okay, I haven't unlocked that yet.
There.
There's also apparently curved lines that you can do in this game. So I've been told.
Yes!
It's so crazy, man. Like, it's only been 2 to 3 weeks since Dragon Quest 3 has come out. And we're already here with another game.
Not this way.
I have, buddies, I have Star Ocean 2 in the backlog from a few months ago.
Activating defense system.
Let's kick some butt.
And so, thank you so much for the bits. RPG, it has been the year of RPG fans. As I said before a few times, I am a firm believer that there are 2 camps that have won this year. The first camp is RPG fans, because boy did we get good RPGs this year. And the second camp is, is indie gamers. Because holy moly, were we treated well this year with indie games. Another crab treasure. Crow Country. Little Kitty Big City. Well, apparently Dave the Diver is getting more DLC, but I don't really know if you should call Dave the Diver in like full-on indie, because it's being quite heavily sponsored by big corporations. What else? Oh, Chucky can easily. No, it's not National Crab Treasure. That was my mistake. I've corrected myself on it now, Karaya. You can't fool me with that. So for those who don't know, I was so tired that at one point that I forgot the title for was it Another Crab Treasure, and I was so rushed for time. I was like, I'm just gonna go with this, you know, see if it goes well, see what happens, and I was completely wrong. That there was a rally game made by by Platonic, something like V-Heat Rally or something. That was really good. That plays like CTR. That was really cool. Mouth-washing indeed. Crypt Custodian,
Just
fantastic pick. Chucky, fantastic pick. So yeah, it's just there were so many fantastic indie games this year. I mean, Balatro is obviously one as well. UFO 50 has really been, one that's lurking in the shadows, but was always there. Like every now and then it's like, oh, there are UFO 50s over here. I've seen like big streamers, for instance, pick up UFO 50 randomly, and I'm like, oh, there it is again.
Another explosion. Danger detected.
And before people say it, when I say big streamers, I don't mean Kevin Scully. I know that people are going to probably make that pun. But I've seen some people with like 7,000 for viewers live play it.
We can no longer access the elevator.
There's gotta be another path out.
Oh gosh, you're right,
There's
Dan
no
Law.
path, but there's an arm. That way. Accelerate.
So like Kevin Scully. 7,000 viewers. I would love to see Kevin try that. Remember, Karaya, Kevin has no bots and no mods in place. 7,000 people watching? Goodness me.
Can we really use this? I don't think it'll get us over
like,
there.
let's face it, Chucky can say it. If we had 7,000 people watching and it was all on Chucky's shoulder, Chucky would just go and just walk out. They're really like, that's your problem, Nico. I'm not going to do all of that by myself. See ya.
Leave it to me. I'll hack its throat
Kevin's a
trajectory.
one-man army.
Hopefully within a survivable margin of error.
Banana could bring in that crowd, absolutely.
All right, done. It's perfect.
Yeet!
Hey, what part of this is perfect?
Unable to compute how this is perfect.
Risk levels are acceptable. Just jump before we crash.
Jeez.
Gotta keep moving. That thing is approaching.
What's this thing you keep bringing up anyway?
You'll see. It's coming this way. Accelerate now.
Okay. Let's do this. Okay, that was easy. Easy!
Was close.
Actually, I think they did, Archduke. I think with the PS5's launch, they had 7,000 people. The one time they did it actually save? Yeah. Cool, so I'm going to dip. No worries, cool. And obviously, happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Oh,
Master
no, I
Leo?
don't know. I don't keep tabs on the channel that much.
Something's coming.
I just remember the
No
PS5
way.
launch being huge.
Um.
Ooh. I've got something to say about that, Karaya, coming up. But I'll do this boss first.
Danger,
Oh boy, here we
danger.
go.
That thing is that.
I cannot process how it can move so efficiently while it is still in development.
Guess we have no choice but to fight.
Activating
This is
defense
very
system and
relaxing,
energy
by the way,
reading.
buddies. Very, this is very cruising through this game. Not calling it easy, but it's just nice cruising so far.
Powerful energy detected. Alert! I advise using barrier immediately.
Okay. Casting a barrier can block an opponent's. Yep. When low on HP, you can use healing items. Yep. Okay. Barrier time.
Activating defense system.
Nice. Yeah.
Deploying barrier.
There we go. I'm going to continue with the TTA catch-up. We'll see you all later. Enjoy the game, Nico. No worries, Silifus. Enjoy your catch-up with it. Looks like a combined from Half-Life
That
2.
thing is too strong.
It is equipped with barrier-piercing lasers. My barrier can only withstand one shot.
Seriously? This isn't good.
Okay. Can we fight something else? No. Yeah, we can fight straight up. Oh dear. Barrier.
Deploying barrier.
Sweet.
I don't know if this is one of those RPGs where if the leader dies, the whole team loses. So I'm like, protect the leader.
Barrier.
Awesome.
Yeah. If we don't do something, we're all toast. Got it. If we use that tank.
Oh my god, it's the voice actor for this, for the person with the grey hair, is that the same voice actor that does the original Zack from Crisis Core? Sounds very similar to Zack from Crisis Core. Not the one in Reunion. That's a different voice actor. No worries, Womble. We'll see you hopefully at some point. Miku Gaga. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's what I was like, is that him? I mean, it's like 17 years between the two.
Yes, we did it.
It sounds so much like him.
We did it. We did it.
Those are repair drones. Situation negative. Its functions are being restored.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
At this rate, it will soon reboot. Suggestion: strategic withdrawal.
Let's get out of here.
Disengaging.
There we go. So,
Quick, let's get to the elevator.
no, I think it's someone else. It sounds a little bit like it, though.
Ow, ow, ow. What's with that thing?
So, before I move on with this, Karai, you said that, let me just make sure I get the comment back. You said, I was wondering how people with 10,000 viewers do this. Would that make sense, though? But the chat probably would still go fast then. So, keep in mind, of course, that communities are built like completely different based on what kind of stream you set up. So, if we had to describe ourselves, we have a very, very chit-chatty community. So, I think we would get, like, triple the amount. If someone like with our averages, if someone had 3 times the higher averages than we do, we would have 3 times the amount of comments as a result. So if someone has like 150 viewers right now, they would probably have the equivalent of an active chat as what we have right now. Because the buddies are very chit-chatty. It's not a bad thing. We love that. And we feed into that, of course, because we read out your comments quite a bit. So when you grow and grow and you get bigger and bigger as a channel, there's a good chance that comments get more drowned out and you have to make choices with it. And there's obviously a lot of streamers that people just watch in the background and just never comment. Like when we looked at our recap stats, we saw that we had a couple of people that watched a lot of our content, but we didn't know them because they were lurking the whole time, which we thought was interesting.
Master Leo, I suggest using a heal stone to recharge at this save point.
What's a heal stone?
It's all yours.
Gimme. Yes. I'm too talkative to lurk. No worries, Lane. We welcome it. We welcome it all. We do try to give a shout out to our lurkers as well, because not everyone, of course, wants to be very chit-chatty. But obviously, if you are a lurker and you want to chat or communicate with us, you're obviously more than happy to. We try to be very welcoming and open to new people in our community. And I love that you buddies are like that too. You don't just shy away from people or hone in on the streamer, which I'm very happy to see. But that is also an effort from the community itself. Like, I've seen many of you obviously hang out with each other's streams, but also communicate with each other in your own, in Discord and stuff. So it's very good to see the community come together. Archduke, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. But yeah, that kind of answers that question. So it, like, if we were on 10,000 and we had as active as a chat as we do, we might as well be Kaisenat themselves at that point in regards of activeness in chat. But we will never hit that. And I frankly, I don't want that either. But we have chatted about that in the past, as in Liam, Rosie, and I, to be like, okay, well, let's just say in a weird scenario, we do end up becoming the next top 100 streamers. How do we keep this? Because right now you can guarantee that won't happen, right, buddies? Like, you'll be drowned out by all these other people. How do we protect that? And we do have some plans for that if it ever comes down to that. Like, look, we're like this tiny guy on screen right now. This is very much Final Fantasy VII, like the original Final Fantasy VII, in its feel and approach. Same. I don't always chat in streams. I prefer lurk and chill sometimes. However, there's other times I engage in conversation or chaos. Exactly, Sonic Anim. What is it? I also have off days here and there, and I just, like, you know, I just don't want to really chat. I just want to hang out, is all. And that is perfectly fine. But as long as we all come with, like, an open approach towards that we understand that we're all human and that we all have our good and bad days, I think we can come a long way with it. Because obviously, you know, sometimes we know that particular people have bad days or something.
What is the matter, Master
notes
Leo?
here and there, and then we decide to be also a bit more easy on them as a result.
Your face is glitching.
Come now. Master Leo is human. It is more accurate to say his face is
Enjoy
pale.
your nap, Tomberry.
Look, you dropped something.
Weird device. What's it for?
The occasional veg out stream watching is something I partake in too. Fernando, like, excuse me, I'm not really sure what veg out stream means. Is that like, no, you're normally quite active, but sometimes you're like, nah, this is too much. I'm just gonna sit in the back, be a bit more invisible than normal.
What was that just now?
Oh, just
Please
lurking.
recall
Yeah,
the
exactly.
chosen person or place for memory vector body transfer.
Yeah, okay, Fernando, thank you. I was like, I bet it's like something vegetative, indeed, like you're just there, but you're not like speaking or interacting, so to speak. Yeah. No, I can relate to that.
Body transfer memory vector?
That is a warp device. At least, that is how you classified it before you lost your memory.
We also, like, the difference with us as well is that we are obviously a channel that wants to grow. So this isn't like me being like desperate or something. So don't get me wrong when I say this, but because we love doing this. But this is why like, I go so out of my way to check out other streamers and engage with them and stuff, because it's an opportunity to find new people and check them out and then get invested in more streamers and stuff. So that's the thing that I love doing. Yeah, but it's like it's important to state that it's not networking for the sake of growth. It's networking for the sake of finding new streamers and working with them, collaborating, getting inspired by them, helping them out and stuff. That's what it's about. It's that whole like the journey and not the destination kind of conversation. Because I feel that with networking, it very quickly can escalate into.
In fact, you said it was that device that
it can
brought
very
you
quickly
here.
escalate to sounding like you just want to be big one day. You just want to friend hop people. It's like that's not what this is about. What does Kevin say? Kevin says sometimes I veg out during my own streams. Then I remember I'm streaming. Yeah, but see, that's the beauty, Kevin. I believe that you're either two kinds of streamers. You are either a streamer that is high energy, high octane, very interactive with your stream, or you're very like chilled out, mellow, and take it easy kind of stream. And I do believe that one mixes better than the other with each other. But as a result, you know, you might look at your content and be like, oh, that's not active enough for BuddyGames. But you might also say, our content is too active for Kevin Scully's stream. Both of them have their qualities to it. And both of them are definitely needed at different times. Because, let's face it, buddies, we can safely say this, but the reason why we love Kevin Scully's streams for many reasons, but one of them is that because it's so calm, because it's so slow is not the right word, but it's like it has a nice pace to it. It's the pace of like a late evening in my head that makes it so consumable for me.
Huh. Who could make something like this?
Everyone's just banana. There you go, default answer.
You could, apparently.
But yeah, there's like this rhythm to it that makes it chill, and that is very nice.
Either way, looks like we found a way out of here.
I also have it with different streams. I have different natures as well, so to speak. Like, for instance, here on BuddyGames, we try to be really feel good. And as a result, you know, we try to keep it about like happy, lighthearted topics, passion for video games, that kind of stuff. We try to make that the focus.
Just gotta remember what I just saw.
But when it comes to like other streamers, sometimes, you know, if someone is like very like being real, so to speak, then I become more real as a result as well in that community. You know, if life kicks you down, that kind of stuff, and then suddenly you start talking more about that.
It's no use. I got nothing.
Just know that if you're a fellow streamer, that, you know, you don't need to be someone different. You can just be who you want to be and grow within that. That's what I believe, at least. Here we go again.
It's already fixed?
There aren't any tanks here. What do we do?
Ah! Observe carefully. Its left arm does not appear to be fully functional.
Which means it can only fire one laser. Then we've got a shot.
Yes, let's go.
Deploying
Okay.
barrier. This is very dangerous.
No, we can't hit anything. We shoot quite straight up. Okay. Or we just get naughty when Kevin gets naughty. Yeah, that's the thing. Like what you put out is what you get back. Of course. I once thought Kevin died on stream. He was indeed alive, just being pensive. So I did a Rugrats chair, and he came back. Says Lee. Welcome in, Lee. Good to see you. How was your week? You've been a bit MIA in was it on streams lately? Are you working towards that busy craziness right before the Christmas break coming up?
There.
I can also say, buddies, I've packed up all my Christmas goodies for this year, so I'm very chuffed with that too.
There.
And even though Liam does have a bad year, we did get him a very nice gift for Christmas. I'm very excited to give it to him. Hob Italian, well, coming in. We're having some chats about streamers and how we engage in those communities. And also we're playing Fantasian, which is the latest Square Enix RPG out of an entourage of many other RPGs. And I am wearing my, I don't think I've pointed out to the new people coming in, I'm wearing my Texas top, as we call it here, right? You got Moogle here, you got Texas there. Those who know, they know. Zarek is here as well. Welcome in, Zarek.
Operating at half capacity.
I feel like, I'm not going to call you guys out. I almost feel like there was someone else live, and now people are like walking in over here.
Fire!
It's always fun to see that. But don't answer that one. Don't answer it. It's fine.
Useful.
I don't want to call people out. It's just fun, always interesting.
This doesn't look good.
Good, Zarek. Just pure coincidence then.
Hold on. It appears to have disengaged its own energy regulators.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. Should have made the barrier. My bad.
Its arm's still busted. Keep up the pressure.
Okay. Ooh, this is bad. No, not that one. Which one is the menu? There. Oh boy. Still with me.
Back on mine.
Okay. Oh, we can still fight. Nice. Okay. No. Barrier.
Activating defense system.
Nice.
I hope I was...
Ay. Dios mío. We are gone.
Yeah.
Please. Oh no. I still have to finish that millionaire ball. Is it that boring, Kiraya?
Hurts. Close.
I should have paid attention. This is my fault. I should have paid attention. That's exactly it, Nico. But it's worth it for Christmas break coming. I watched your vote, Nico. You'll never guess what comment was mine. No offense to Rosie and Liam, but your millionaire quiz was better. Right, let's try this again. Okay. Yikes, right? Well, it's good to know. Drops you straight back into the fight. That's good. No wasting around. Remember that with RPGs where you sometimes have to build your way up to go back to that boss. You have to watch unskippable cutscenes.
Deploying barrier.
What's with this one?
I think the original Final Fantasy had that.
Activating defense system.
Like, the original Final Fantasy X had that, where the cutscenes were unskippable. So if you died, you had to watch the entire thing again. Alright, let's go. Awesome. You're just gonna be barrier. You barrier boy. No, it's not. Just cry. No, it's fine, cry. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Whoa there.
Deploying barrier.
There.
Oh my God, Lee. If you just want to, like, obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything, but vibe check, it's really good. It's really, really good. I've been watching Merricknetic Shout outs to Merignetic in the chat. Play it, Maria. She's been smashing it, and it's been so much fun to watch her play bits and pieces of it. And I think it's going to be my my Christmas game. But with that said, we got tons of RPGs to play as well and stuff. So, oh god, no, MP. Oh no. Oh dear. Wait. We got items, of course. What does this one do? Enemy info? Now, but do check out, was it Maria's content? Maria has a very similar style, no, not style, similar vibe that we like to go for. Very feel-good, very high energy, and lots of PlayStation content as well, even though I just promoted Indiana Jones. But lots of PlayStation content as well. She literally played the Christmas level of Astrobot today on stream as well. Really good content creator. Okay, what's this? Triangle. A crackling shard along with crystallized magic deals. Okay, it's just magic attack. Okay, what about this one? Does this heal anything? No, it's just HP. Oh, dang. She's not looking good. Right. Okay.
Attacking.
Let's try slash. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Fire.
Oh, nice, Chucky. Nice. Yeah, it's no secret that Maria loves cats. With Jagger, one of the prettiest, the most handsome cats on Twitch, I will have to say. Nico, tell me your secret. You were up all night during the Game Awards and still chatting first thing in the morning. Did you sleep? I slept 4 hours sleep because we had an inspection in the morning. So I couldn't really get that much sleep. And I've got this little thing called Pepsi. And that's usually how I stay afloat. But the way how my body works is that my body can soldier on, but there comes like that day where in the Netherlands they call it the man with the sledgehammer. I mean, he would just come in and go one day, and then I'm usually just done. But don't get me wrong, Rosie, absolute trooper this week. She helped me out yesterday because those who were there yesterday during Ash Millman's stream, shout out to Ash Millman. Sorry, don't keep me busy like that. Ash Millman was streaming Phasmophobia, and what is it? I was at my limit. Not like it seemed like I had no patience anymore for things. It was more that my social battery was just way too low. But the funny thing is that Rosie and I work kind of as a team right now with all the things we've got to do. And Rosie has to do a lot of like errands in the house. So it turned out to be perfect that we just swapped it because Rosie needed some distraction and I needed to just basically step away from things. So we just swapped our roles. It worked out perfectly. Like, let's be honest, buddies. You can be honest with me because I fully agree I wasn't in my best form. But the stream became better when Rosie joined, wasn't it? I think it was better. I'm willing to say that about myself. I thought Rosie was far more entertaining to watch than me. So I was very happy to see that Rosie carried that stream to a higher level that you guys obviously deserve.
Hold on. It appears to have disengaged its own energy regulators, so we can expect its attacks to dramatically increase in power.
Its arm's still busted. Keep up the pressure.
Oh dear. Don't do that.
Operating at half capacity.
Well, your attacks are not as strong, so you go use an item. Potion.
Restoring.
That's it. Another fight.
You're done.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much last nonsense when you were gone. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, it was a lot of fun to stream with Ash again. I miss her. The South ain't the same without her.
Victory is
Karaya.
ours.
It's not the same. She, the thing I love so much about Ash is that Rosie is always so goody two-shoes, but Ash awakens something out of Rosie, and it comes such more of a gremlin out of her as a result, which I always thoroughly enjoy seeing between the two of them. It's that thing, right, where, you know, your energy just changes. Your energy changes based on, like, the people that you surround yourself with.
Now's our chance.
Oh
Not
my!
good.
Thank you,
not good.
McTavish.
Hey, you gotta work. Remember something.
Danger! Danger! Its repairs are nearly complete!
Hurry, hurry.
Gotta remember.
Yeah, exactly, Chucky. They have a very good dynamic. Kevin, what's the deal with all this egg? Why is egg constantly mentioned
already.
around you? What's the deal?
Oh, he finished.
What's in the yolk?
Warp successful. Oh. Master Leo dropped something.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh, that thing in Resi. Is that a tea fight? Did you hear that?
Bacteria.
I can't do it now.
The twitching mechanical infestation endlessly crawls forth from the hole in the sky. It lures humans in to absorb their life energy. It replicates
I'm
at
glad Lee
alarming
hears it
speeds
too.
and will
Do we
soon
have
cover
one of the
the
Buddy
entire
Bunker? Hold
world.
We don't, but we do have. Hold up.
The bacteria has a catastrophic effect on the land. People see it as the act of a malevolent god.
We have a Millennium
Soon,
Falcon, apparently.
Across the world, people begin to whisper his name.
So, for those who missed it, we have Mecteria in this game. Yes, Mecteria. Miss James says, I was looking away. I was thinking, I think we're straight to Star Wars. Liam is a Star Wars boy out of the three of us. He loves his Star Wars.
Now where am I? So only I
yeah.
warped, huh?
I was wondering where the X came from, Kevin. It was more like I just kind of saw it happening all the time, and I wasn't sure if Resi 4 was the origin of it.
Something must be wrong with the device.
Isn't that... Hold up, Karaya, what'd you say? If we'd headbutt, which one of the two of us would crack first and lose their yolk? There's actually a thing like that in the UK. Isn't that with... Kevin would know this. Was they with Conkers, right? Where you slam them against each other. Something like that. And then it's... And then... I don't know what you win or lose, but it's like, yeah, you maybe have two Conkers, you just slam them against each other. And see which one is stronger.
It broke.
Yeah, I
I
know, Kevin. I'm
guess
running
I'll
out of
walk for
material.
now.
I'm that bird meme with this like, get better jokes, and I'm just looking at it like, cool. And I'm still on like the big banana jokes over here. Ask Kevin about Pogs. Kevin, Pogs, what's the deal? You never played Conkers, Nico, a staple of British childhood. That's exactly what I mean. That's why I brought it up. Because Karaya's statement reminded me of it. Demented Space. Welcome on in. Mecteria sounds like a Muse song. Difficult. I wish we could order the... Yeah, I know, Taser. I know. Wouldn't that be awesome? There's so many good ones. Lena is here. Lena, happy days, innit? We got a new Naughty Dog game coming our way. And I'm only saying that because I know you've got an Ellie avatar. So you must be a big fan of Naughty Dog games. Did anybody in the chat, it was in the Discord, notice I slipped in the Pet Shop Boys song this morning? That was featured in the Naughty Dog trailer. Sorry, that's a very satisfying gibberish noise. Listen to that, buddies. Just turn it up a bit. Oh, that's good. That's good. Chucky, are you watching? Oh, I'm really sorry. I can't do anything with it. You cannot interact with the cat. No. Look, I'm not joking. Look. See? You can't do anything with the cat. Yeah, so, for those who love PS1 games, check this out. Like, it looks all pre-rendered, but it's actually just a 3D scanned area of an actual diorama. So cool. Unplayable, says Hobbitalian. This is this is a sponsored stream, everybody. We can't do this. No, but seriously, it is. I think it's a really cool game. Absolutely. It's locked and it won't open. Also, these little menus, right? Look at this. Look at, like, doesn't that look like Final Fantasy IX Remaster right there? These little, like, grey text boxes. Final Fantasy VIII does it as well, come to think of it. But favorite announcement was Intergalactic and Okami. Okami, they did such a good job with that trailer. That was really cool.
No, I don't remember a thing.
So yeah, we were dropped now into a new dimension. If you heard of the key orbling, you can guess what they like to collect. Better keep an eye close on your keys when you're in the southern forest. So yeah, there you go. When I was talking about like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10 vibes, look at this. Doesn't this scream like running around in that ocean town in Final Fantasy 8? Or running through the overworld in Final Fantasy 9. God, I think of like classic, not classic RP Final Fantasies, like, you know, these ones. But like Final Fantasy 7 to 10. So cool to see this. And also cool to know that Sakaguchi-san made these. Hold up, I want to see that in slow motion. Just look at that. So cool. Potion teller, I require your strongest potions. Right, are you buying? Okay, awesome. Oh, there we go. That's what we needed. It's been 84 years. I am glad Naughty Dog have gone to a new IP. Absolutely. We said this in the beginning of the streams, Eric, but I firmly believe that Naughty Dog needed something like Intergalactic. Not necessarily Intergalactic specifically, but just something that is not a dystopian, dark, grim, negative-minded IP like The Last of Us for as long as it did. Not as a criticism on The Last of Us, but more as a studio for its own mental health. Because working on a game like Last of Us for more than a decade, it's gonna put a toll on people. It's gonna put a toll on people.
You're back! So, how was it?
Do we know each other?
You hit your head or something? Let me guess. Here for a rice omelet, right? It's my specialty. You really can't get enough of them, can you? Ha!
I guess not.
It's so cool to hear Uematsu-san doing music again.
Give me just a minute. I'll fire that omelet up for you right away.
I don't remember any of this.
Exactly, Lee. The future looks bright for Naughty Dog.
Huh?
Just something new, something refreshing, something that shows they can do more. than just indeed Jack and Daxter, Last of Us, and Uncharted. So in my head, I was like, okay, if they love to be like, we want to be the next big blockbuster.
Robot.
We want that to be the next big blockbuster. What would that be? Then I was like, well, I think it would make sense for that to be Star Wars related or something, because that's not something really that they have in their wheelhouse at the moment.
Then a couple of talking robots saved me.
Lena, wasn't it cool at 2 o'clock last night? I don't know if you're from UK regions. You don't need to answer that one. But wasn't it cool last night that all four of us said, like, oh, if they're going to do a game, it's going to be sci-fi. It's going to be sci-fi related, isn't it? And we were right. Like, no one told us Naughty Dog was going to release a sci-fi game. All four of us just agreed on that. That was going to happen. And it freaking happened. So cool.
Robots? Factory? What the heck are you on about?
I really don't know. That's all I can remember.
You seriously forgot everything? Even old Sid's extra tasty omelets?
Sid? With an S?
You gotta be kidding me.
Sid in this game.
You're saying I was on a treasure hunt? For real?
Now, buddies, is anyone, like, anybody of you, like, interested in this game at this point?
Yeah, and in the Mecha infestation of all places.
If, like, Square Enix said, like, hey, you can have this game for a $5 or something, you know what I mean? Like crazy discount right now. Would you get it? Would you say, like, yes, I will play this?
A treasure hunt in the Mecha infestation.
Maybe a look at all your loot will jog your memory.
Because I'm just curious to see
Come on, I'll show you.
There you go. Like, correct. I didn't want to say it out loud. Like, full price. That's fantastic to hear. I'd give it a go. Nice, Mr. James Ether. Another cat you can't interact with. Drug who made? Listen, there's the starry eyes. Now, who drug must know that? Usual excuse for myself. Too many games. That's okay, Zarek. That's okay. I have to head out, says Lane. Lovely hanging out with everyone as always. No worries, Lane. Thank you so much for coming
Whenever
along
you
and
return
joining
from a
in our
trip, you
conversations.
always
You're
leave your treasures here.
A very beloved member in our community. Thank you so much. Whenever you return from a trip.
Not much for tidying up, was I? What is this place?
The mini toy box.
Rosie and I have got this joke going on where games love saying the line, "What is this place?" Even though you never hear anyone say that in real life. And it always creeps up on us, that line.
Mini toy box. Kind of a dumb name, isn't it?
I'd play anything right now if someone would give me the time to do so.
You're the one who named it. This used to be Bernard's room.
Careful with those words in this community demented space. Before you know it, you'd suddenly have community members handing you, what is it, a copy of BCV
Bernard.
or Mr. Mosquito.
Who's that?
Aaron, thank you so much for the hydrate. It does appear a lot, St. McTavish.
Jeez, how hard did you hit your head? Bernard's your father, Leo.
That's what I mean, demented space. One mention of BCV, and here we are.
BCV.
Why didn't BCV not win Best Fighter of the Year? What was up with that? What's up with that? Come on. There they come.
My father? Bernard. Oh, I remember. I think.
I'm sorry, buddies. You hear the track right now? Am I the only one that hears, like, the Nokia marimba? To me, it just sounds like someone's phone is going off in the corner. I don't know why. It's just, that's why it made me giggle.
Right. My father built this place.
Take a look around. Hopefully you'll remember something.
Oh, I'm Italian, yes! I'm so glad I wasn't alone in that one. God, was it a Sony Ericsson? No, it's the iPhone marimba. It's the iPhone marimba.
I'll
That's
have
what
your
I'm
omelet
hearing.
waiting when you're done in here.
I'm hearing the iPhone marimba. Nico just ruined the music. Just the whole chat in one sentence.
A few notes. Is this my handwriting?
I'll even play BCV. Get this human a copy of BCV, buddies. We know what to do.
October 8th, to the factory. October 14th.
This buddy has
date with the
requested it. It
princess.
has to happen now.
Eggs, rice, ketchup. What's the store? It
Godspeed
won't
the
open.
mental space. You're gonna need it.
It's locked. Looks like I need a passcode.
Also, buddies, when Astrobot won Game of the Year, yes, at the Game Awards, Nico on the panel said that he was talking about like what inspired him with Astrobots, and he was talking about like this grey box with wonderful games. He was obviously referring to the NES with Super Mario, but he probably wasn't allowed to say that. And immediately late at night, chat were like, some say Astrobot is inspired by Super Mario. Ooh, okay. Should have paid attention.
Hey, it opened.
Nice.
A
Mask.
symbol. I've seen it somewhere. Ah, I remember now.
That's Ahoy's logo on YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. This is the treasure I found in the mecha infestation.
Because someone's answered their phone already.
There's some sort of lever in here.
Oh. Pull the lever, Kronk!
Nothing happened, but I can't remember what.
Can we do it again?
There's some sort of...
Push the lever.
Nothing happened, but I can't remember what.
Wrong lever! This was James either.
Huh, there's a note. Passcode. Date. Huh, passcode. Weird place for a rope. Something... Whoa.
Okay.
So that's how you open that.
Ruby. What was this? We don't have an iron key though. What about this?
What is this thing? Huh. No good. I can't remember. But it looks like it could be pretty useful. I'll hold on to it.
Unknown machine.
I feel like there's something else I need to find.
Maybe now we can do something with the lever? What if we just leave it alone?
There's some sort of lever.
Don't know why you want to do that, but let's try it anyways. Yeah, I thought so.
There's some sort of lever.
Pull it.
Nothing happened, but I can't remember.
What if we do it again?
There's some sort of lever. Nothing happened, but I can't remember.
Okay. Are there
Two
hints?
different world maps. Maps of different overlapping worlds. Some sort of machine. And this mask. What was I doing here?
So, you remember anything?
Sort of. Not much, though.
I see.
Nope, you can't remember Demented. We got amnesia. Who would have thought?
What's the matter? You hungry? I got an omelet with your name on it.
Well, remember, buddies, remember, this game started off at like a reactor-ish level. So, playing as a main protagonist that doesn't know half of the things that's going
There
on,
she is again.
it's not
That
too unusual.
Girl?
If you know what I'm saying.
From the other day?
You know her?
Just quickly top of my drink. There we go.
Some girl dragged you here after you got into trouble. You were in pretty bad shape. That's the girl you mean, right?
She saved me?
If I remember right, she lives at the fortune-telling shop in the old district.
A fortune-telling shop? I guess if anyone can tell me who I am, it'd be them.
Look, if you ever are like dropped into the world of an RPG, just remember, if you don't know what to do with yourself, just become a fortune teller. There's always fortune tellers in these games.
I'll go check it out.
If you're playing a shooter, like, would there be one in the shooter? No. Would there be one in the platformer? No. Would there be one in the RPG? Always!
To get to the old
Always a fortune
district,
teller.
go up the path near the public square.
Let's have a look. In the South District, so let's run this way. That panning out and stuff, I will never get tired of that. I miss gibberish noises in video games. Buddies, what's one of your favorite gibberish noises in speech bubbles? Like, think Balatro, think this game. Banjo-Kazooie is a famous one, of course. Fortunately, shooter would be like, I see a lot of shooting in your future. Make your own voiceovers, like with Final Fantasy VI. What's the magic word for that, Karaya? Dave the Diver. Now! That was not the magic word, no. Brought your girlfriend for the view. Oh, was that? So it's like 2 towers. I was like the ones in Majika a lot, says Karaya. It's over here. Animal Crossing is a great one. Absolutely. Did you know there's a Chrome extension for your browser where every time you type a letter on your keyboard, it would just make that that vowel noise? So you can make your Chrome browser sound like an Animal Crossing speaker, which is awful, but it's very funny. Then we go up. What's over here? Look at this. It's all made out of clay and stuff. See, Kevin, I think you'd really appreciate the art direction for this game, because like it's totally different from what an RPG normally would look like. Very toy-like, very authentic. Right, how can we interact? Can we interact with something? During the clay shortage, I know, right? But this game is already a few years old, Lee. This might be before the clay shortage. Bingo is a good one. Great pick, Hop Italian. Great pick. I do think Animal Crossing is king, yeah. It's a very hard one to top. see what's down here. We had that as well with Yuka Replayly when we met Zarek would know the snake character. We always love making that noise in Ukulele. Yeah, the snake that goes like yeah yeah yeah. There's the hippo in Banjo-Kazooie. That always gets me. What about Liam on the whoa! Can someone screenshot that and send that to Liam? Bet you could delete that comment, Lee. Wow. No, I've got one. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm going to overrule that one. I think that Tulip has got the best ones. What Tulip will do is Tulip will grab the most random sound files that it just finds in whatever, in BBC documentaries or something, and they will just split that up into different different sounds and then make that into their characters. Look up a game like Moon Remix RPG, Tulip, Chibi Robo as well. Look up those games. Those sounds that those characters make are so, you know, so catchy. I do like, but I find having the regular game characters on top a little jarring. You mean the ones in Tulip? Lots of cats in this town, buddies. I'm gonna go to this cat. She can interact with a cat, but we can't. Yeah, I see what you mean, Kevin. I see what you mean. Okay, that's not the south, apparently. Go to the fortune teller shop. I thought this was in the south. Is it like over down here? No, new district. I can't open that box. What's this? What's this? Storage. Okay. That's just an inn. Maybe it's up the hill over here. Let's check this out. Looking for the dream home. We've got a nice place available right now. Probably not the place, but still worth checking out. Okay, let's check this out. Ooh. Should probably raise the chair up a little bit. There we go. There. That's better. Don't want this to become a Liam Cool Gang stream, and we're like, hold up, let me just recreate a Kevin Liam Cool Gang stream. Hi, everyone. Wow. That Johnny guy is so cool, isn't he? Wow. Thank you, Kiraya. Let me fix my posture quickly. There we go. Whoa!
That's a new one.
I thought that was like a sound alert for a second.
Eat this!
Geo! Did you see that, buddies? There it is! You're telling me, Karai, that Leo only listens to the things that make him look good? What? What? Nah. He wouldn't, would he?
Yes!
Nah, just kidding. I shouldn't, what is it? Attack my co-hosts like that. We all have our our little secrets. Or what's going on over here? That's the way back, isn't it? This is cool, by the way. This is cool. You can see the actual levels from a different point of view. This feels like the magazine days where if you got like a guide for levels, where the guys had to recreate some of these levels in their own software. Like, I remember that I have a guide for Super Mario Galaxy, and that's an interesting game, of course, because the levels are 360, which means that the whole globe needs to be considered. So there are people out there that have like recreated the entire level in 3D as a result. Back in the day, there was a place. This was the place to be. Just look at it now. Everyone's moved out, all thanks to the malevolent god. Wha-bam! Who leaves money at the bathhouse? Oh, this is not the bathhouse. Hold on. This is not a bathtub. April 7th, cloudy. I need to get down to this town. There's nothing but sad memories here. I called myself Bernard. Oh, hold up. This is a peculiar traveler. You've heard the name Bernard before. Found something in the bottom of the well. Nice. God, this is cool because I had a conversation a few weeks ago with people about pre-rendered backgrounds and how like games like Digimon World have like a particular vibe to it. And just seeing this right now, it does give me very much PS1 fixed camera vibes and stuff. It's so good. It really feels like I'm playing a game from the 90s that came out yesterday. Is that a reference to like a movie or something? Like what Zarek just said? That one went apparently for me then. Oh, it is nice. Okay, good. Yeah, that one went over my head, I'm afraid. I've seen that movie once. I did really enjoy it back in the day. It's bread. Don't remove the mold from your bread. Don't just remove the mold. You need to remove a whole lot more around the bread if you want to keep it. It's best to just throw it out at that point. Don't eat it anymore. It's done. Too bad. Ooh. I want to go up there. Please. There we go. Yo, what's this? I'm getting a random vibe. Geo again?
Bring it on. I'll end this.
Bang.
Time to end this. You're toast. Slam it! Just getting started.
I've noticed that our clips have just become receipts at this point. It's just, look at this guy. He did this the other day. It's just become our clips these days. It endlessly frustrates me how quickly bread goes moldy in the UK. Hobbitalian, since you go back and forward quite a few times, is the bread better in Italy? I mean, I guess it is, but I mean more like the way how it ages. Sangui says, mod is here, behave everyone. Welcome in, Sangui. Sangui, we're playing Fantasian Neo Dimension, which is made by Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy. And this game really feels like something that came out in the 90s, but now came out today. And someone had to replicate that style whilst also modernizing it.
Eat this!
Very cool. They'll still fine. What court? What court, Lena?
Eat this!
People, buddies aren't getting sued, I hope. We eat fresh bread a lot more rather than square factory bread, which doesn't last long. Yeah, it's like, if I had the time, I'd make my own bread, of course, but it's all time thing, isn't it? The Buddy Court. Court of Public Opinion. This is joking. I think we need to get more chairs for that courtroom.
What's this stuff again?
At this rate.
Oh, right. Macteria.
Potential targets in the Iron Fist tournament, says Sengui. Sengui is always looking for someone to challenge his king. We're back.
Welcome to Owen's fortune telling.
Welcome to Old Man's Town.
Or welcome back, I should say.
So I have been here before then.
What do you mean? You don't remember?
I've lost my memory.
How
Oh my goodness,
dreadfully
Evac.
unfortunate.
Here's a real high-class bout.
Welcome in, Evac. Da-da-da-da-da. We're playing Fantasian, the Neo Dimension, provided to us by Square Enix. Thank you so much, Square Enix, for the code. My name is Nico. Normally, we're a team of 3 with either Rosie or Liam as well. And we play all kinds of games from PS1 all the way to PS5. This game is right up our alley because it's basically like a PS1 game that came out today. And it's super cool because it's made by Hironobu Sakaguchi. So yes, what game were you guys playing? How are you guys doing?
And you hope to find your memory again through the power of fortune telling?
We're playing The Great Circle. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very good stuff.
Very well. Right this way. Kina, we have a customer. Come
Here
give
we
me
go.
a
Kina,
hand.
everybody. Ooh, maybe I can put ourselves over here. The facial animation is so good in this game. She's got very cool hair.
You're the reason I came to this town.
Ooh, he remembers.
Hey?
Oh, Chucky is going. No worries, Chucky. Thanks so much for
the
joining.
forest?
And take care, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday for Legacy of Kain.
Too close.
Wait!
Yeah, it's not an RPG if it doesn't have pretty hair, Frozen Wolf. That's how it works, right?
I wonder what's gotten into Kena.
What's this?
I'm Leo, and you...
Memories of the encounter.
The P in RPG stands for pretty hair, says Lena. Well said, well said.
I was walking through a forest. The rays of sun, the birds chirping, the beautiful
A different
scenery,
presenting
like
style.
something from a painting, brought a smile to my face. The forest treasure, request. Disjointed words drifted into my mind. I don't know why I was in the forest. At any rate, I was in a hurry. Or at least I think I was.
This is also very Lost Odyssey as well. Lost Odyssey had tons of stuff to read.
As I walked through the tall grass, I came across a flower garden.
Oh, thank you. You'll love the overworld and stuff in this. I'm feeling like I'm playing something like
Flowers
Digimon
before
World
my eyes
when
were
we're
so
walking through it.
captivatingly beautiful that I let my guard down. I can't remember much beyond that. Only the vastness of the garden. I touched the flowers without a second thought. I suddenly found myself lying on the ground. My entire body was in shock. My consciousness hazy, my lips dry. That's right. The flowers I touched were highly poisonous.
Watch out! A poisonous flower!
Could this be how I die? Then, as I lay there thinking, oddly calm,
Oh, that's such a lame way to die, isn't it? I touched a flower and then it poisoned me and now I'm dead.
a clear, radiant light enveloped my body. I don't remember for how long, but I do know that I wanted to stay like that forever. The soft glow was so peaceful. That's right. I was saved by you.
Kena.
That's right. It was you. You saved me with magic.
Yes, I remember you. But you can't tell Owen. If he found out I used magic without his permission, he'd be so upset.
Okay, I understand. Now, about my memory.
You really lost your memory?
Yeah.
But maybe with the power to look into the past and the future. Got it. I'm sure Owen can help you.
Well, here's hoping at least.
All right, let's go ask him.
These flutes. It's such a Final Fantasy IX sound, isn't it, buddies? This sound, even the guitar sounds. These MIDI sound so like Final Fantasy IX, and that's a huge compliment. I mean, Uematsu obviously did music for that game as well, but still, oh my god, Final Fantasy IX, am I right? What a game! Yeah, it's like if you've played Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, or 10, that's kind of the vibe I get from this. And that's good, because it tends to harken and
Well
usually
then,
on like the classic
are you ready?
RPGs. like Final Fantasy 1 through 6, which is nothing wrong with, but it's good to see something like this, something that tries to harken back to those days. I was going to say the kid lost his memory, but what's her excuse?
Yeah. Here's hoping this gets my memory
Good
back.
questions.
Please, tell my fortune.
All right.
Uh-huh. What's with the hand?
The fee.
Oh, he wants money.
What fee?
I can restore your memory.
I learned-
But not for free, I'm afraid.
Speaking of him doing that, I learned the other day, if you do this in Japan to people, you're saying that you want money for something. Like, it's in like for a service. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So if you walk up to people and you go like this, what you're actually saying is, I want to see money for that in return.
The ironic thing is, I already know, naturally, that you cannot pay. Thus, I cannot tell your fortune.
So it's all about money for you.
I mean, there are fortune tellers. They're always there for the bag. I just wear a shirt to
Well,
say,
that was a
you
total
pay
waste
me.
of time.
This is great piece of art from an agency where they did that, where they talked about, gosh, what was it? About like the amount you pay would be the difference with how they would treat you, and it basically came down to if you let them,
Might
if
as
you
well
let the
head back
agency
to
do all
town.
the work, you'd basically get the best result. Yeah, exactly. Hope Talent says fortune tellers can't pay rent with exposure, Leo. Bacteria. There we go. What's going on over here? Oh, don't do that. Did I just hurt myself? Hold up. Party. I think I might have actually. I need to get to an inn anyways. Let's try one of these houses, see if we can like discover if it's an inn or not. Or we can just go into a fight. That could also happen. Oh no, there's 3 of them. Okay,
There.
let's go. Oh no. This isn't good at all. Items. Quick.
Not yet.
There we go, happy days.
It's not over yet.
I just used another. I thought I was just gonna okay, slash into it. I didn't know it would just like have it locked onto the item I just used. Almost there, almost there. Awesome, there we go. So quickly checking my phone, because Rosie eventually is gonna come back home, so I need to make sure that she's fine. Yeah, everything's fine.
Eat this!
Rosie currently has having a Christmas party with her company, so she's probably having a blast right now. There we go. Get rid of him. Waboosh.
All's well that ends well.
Wait!
You again.
Kina. It's Kina. I want to help you.
How?
You want to get your memories back, but you can't without... So, I'll help you collect some money.
Don't bother. I'll manage. I'll find some way to get my memories back on my own if I have to.
But...
Serves me right to think an old grifter like that could help me anyway.
Don't talk about Owen that way. He wouldn't charge if he didn't have to.
Have to? Who's making him?
Vam. Vam the Malevolent.
Kina said.
Listen, it's true.
Owen's power. A thunderous roar blasted from the fortune-telling room, waking Kina.
Rude! I was talking! No, but I was going to say, it feels very much like a handheld experience, this game.
Kina! Kina!
Owen cried out from behind the door. Surprised and worried, Kina hastily rose to her feet.
Yeah, Rosie needed it too. Rosie's also had like very hectic days behind her, so just having some time to sit down and relax with some friends is definitely a good idea.
When Kina opened the old door to the fortune-telling
to be fair,
room,
we just kind of walked
saw
out.
Owen
We just
sitting on the floor,
the idea of
slumped
pain
against
was
a
enough for us
shelf
to
with
go.
his
We're
mouth
out. We're done.
flapping like a fish.
Owen! Are you alright?
Kina rushed over to the old man and helped him back to his feet.
Oh dear, what's going on?
Once
Is
he
he
noticed
poisoned
her,
as well?
Owen couldn't keep from shouting.
Kina, something incredible has happened.
What was that terrible noise?
She asked. In the uproar, neither of them was able to speak coherently. Owen continued to yell.
It was
Oh,
Vam
you
the
think it's going to be
Malevolent.
naughty, Lee? Rosie is the only one of the buddies who has a clean track record of being nice. The only one. I wonder, it would take a lot to get Rosie off of that path at this point.
He appeared before me and gave me an incredible
sun coming
power.
up that Rosie's
No
going to get
one will
nice.
call me a charlatan anymore. From now on, my words will become true prophecy.
Not even Kevin Scully could contort it in a way to make Rosie look naughty, because there is nothing naughty about Rosie. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Was Owen dreaming?
Naughty sleep?
Or was she?
Hashtag
She could
break
not
the sleep.
understand his words at first. Owen went to bed, and Kina drifted back to shallow sleep for the rest of the night.
Naughty sleep.
After that
there's a
evening,
loud minority
Owen's
again.
behavior began to change.
But hey, I gotta hand it to you, buddies. You got 2 naughties in. Well done. Well done on that one. So there's at least that. But I had it coming. I was like, I'm gonna fish for naughty this year. I got naughty, so I'm happy with it. I got what I deserved. I'm very chuffed to see that Rosie Leem had the exact idea as I had in mind with that one. And then just topped it off with the quiz that was amazing.
He began charging customers excessive amounts of money. But that was not the only surprising thing.
Dan
Owen's
Law says
predictions,
her
all
innocence
of them,
is all an
came
act.
true.
Rosie made me watch 7 months of Mass Effect 3. Rosie has chosen her fate, says Lee. The receipts are coming out.
Owen could see through each customer's past and future and give them precise words of guidance. He was no longer an ordinary fortune teller. He was a prophet. Word spread of Owen's talent, and soon, everyone in the town of N knew his name. The power to see the past and future. There were many who so strongly sought the insight his abilities granted that no price would deter
the
them.
power to see the past and the future. Owen, listen. This is an important question from the buddies to you. When will we get the Bloodborne remake?
Listen carefully, Kina. Mankind's greed for money as the most powerful energy Vam the Malevolent, no, Lord Vam, gifted me this power. People's hearts move for things they desperately want. Remember this.
Frozen Wolf, has she said that? Oh my god. It's like, that's such a 50-50 Frozen. I like, she could have said that. She could have, but at the same time, I could also be like, oh no, it could be a bit contorted. I'm very divided about that. Oh, Nico, how do you feel about the Game Awards this year? Love the reveals and stuff. Incredibly excited for a new sci-fi adventure. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream. Long story short, very happy to see Astroworld won Game of the Year. One of the best Game Awards that we've seen in a long time. Great announcements, and what is it? Year of Ben Starr. You know, it's got a lot of games with Ben Starr in it. That's what our thoughts were. He is stealing from BCV mankind's greed for Bloodborne remaster, and what has the most powerful energy, says Kevin.
Kina couldn't
People are so
quite
desperate for
understand
Bloodborne
him.
that
These words didn't sound like the Owen she knew.
sorry, it's because the character talking. People are so desperate for Bloodborne that people just make anything in front of it at this point. I see remaster, remake, sequel. I see it all at this point.
Ever since that night, she heard him mutter a certain name. Vam the Malevolent. As the days went on, Kina grew increasingly concerned. She feared that this name meant something truly dangerous.
Yeah, let's get that straight as well, Hob Italian. Whilst I say that about Ben Starr, I mean that obviously in the best way possible. He's indeed, like, well-deserved, and I'm very happy for him. I just, you know, based on our conversation I've had with him, I really hope that he gets, like, you know, different roles, different kinds of roles in the future. Give him something that tests his vocabulary skill in different ways rather than grisly protagonist the whole time. You know what I mean? I think he can do a little bit more than just this. He's just Max Payne. He's just Max Payne all the time, is what I'm saying. Good on him. If it pays his bills, fantastic. But I kind of want to see him do more than that. But that completely depends on
any sense.
who wants to hire him.
Thanks for the story. I'll figure something out on my own.
I see.
Taser, you'll be happy to know that was made by Rosie's company. That commercial.
Oh, and thank you, by the way. For saving me back there. I never said thanks for that, did I?
It was your smell. You have this mysterious smell.
Use the Max Payne or the Punisher or Snake.
I smell?
Oh no, Rosie doesn't have a company. Rosie works for a company, but I just don't want to constantly mention it.
It's not a bad smell. More like a heartwarming smell.
A heartwarming smell?
That's why I saved you. Your smell made me want to help you.
Oh. Oh my.
Look,
Where are we heading
I'm
with this
flattered,
story?
I guess. But I can handle this alone, okay?
I see.
He should have said, I will handle this cologne.
It's not safe around here.
Thank you, I'm here
I can't
all night,
put you in
buddies.
danger.
Thank you. Why is my viewership dropping? I'm just kidding.
Look out!
Whoa!
Incoming!
Let's go. It's the
They'll
flippy
attack
flaps.
the instant we give them an opening.
So many of them. I'm not tasty. You sure you want to eat me?
You take cover. I'll wipe them out before any more show up.
Here I come!
Let's go, okay. Would be awesome if we can do like a nice curve or something, but it seems we cannot. Oh no, it's Dragon Quest! We're screwed. Let's have a look. Show effects. Is there no other way we can do something cool with it? Okay, maybe not yet.
They sure are making it hard to aim.
Maybe my magic will do the trick.
You can. Okay, here we go. Karaya, if you're still here, you're gonna love this element of the game. Since we're talking about Granny a moment ago. So this attack has got a curve to it. As you can see, I can use the terrain in my benefit. So if I bend it a little bit, now you can attack multiple of them.
Oh, nice! Seems like you can curve the trajectory of magic attacks.
Looks like I can help
One
out
thing
after all.
we won't get to in this fight, which I also think is super cool, is that there comes a point in the game where you can ignore random encounters, but what will happen is the random encounters will be stacked. So you can have, for instance, 30 stacked up, but then like at, let's say, 14 enemies or something, the game will say to you, hey, you've got 14 enemies coming your way. You have to fight all of them now. You have no choice. You've got to fight them. So what you can do, based on all these strategies that you now know about, you can perhaps chain them or group them up or something, and then use that in your advantage to beat all of them. So it completely changes the idea of how random encounters work in this game as well. It was something I was hoping that maybe we could show off, but we can't in this playthrough. But yeah, really cool thing that you can do in this game.
Eat this!
Come on, magic!
Yeah, it's a bit mansplaining, isn't it, Sengui?
Let's keep it up.
Yeah, exactly, Karaya. My favorite game that does that is Earthbound. I love how that one works. Earthbound basically says, look, if you are an X percentage stronger than the enemies that you're in the area, you just win the fight by default, because we know you would win that fight anyways. So it doesn't waste your time, and you can just move on to the next fight. And you will still get experience and all that kind of stuff. It just, you won't have the actual fight. The fight will just be over.
I guess you saved me once again.
So?
Okay, you convinced me. Wanna come along?
Yes! Thank you.
That's my line.
So I think that's really cool, because not only does this make this game, you know, an homage to like older Final Fantasy games, it also does things completely different. That's something that you wouldn't see in those Final Fantasy games back in the day. So really cool to see Mistwalker finding new ways to reinvent the RPG genre. I don't remember which game, but there was one where enemy encounters started to avoid you at a higher level. This is probably not the one you were thinking of, but Persona does that too, where the monsters... I love this, man, in Persona 3 and 4. But in Persona 3, they start running away from you, and they make like these like noises if you're trying to fight them. But what Persona 4 does is they're... the shadows, the enemies, they take on a metaphysical form of their strength. So what I mean by that is that if you are severely underleveled, the monsters in that area will be big and fast and that kind of stuff, because they resemble, of course, that strength that's up against you. But if you level up in the exact same area and you revisit it, you will see that those same monsters are now much, much, much smaller as a result, because you could just beat them up easily. So that's a game that I think of with it. I think Dragon Quest XI does that too. Yeah, I was more watching that game with Rosie than actually playing it, so I couldn't tell you. And it's also been like 3 years or something by now since we've beaten Dragon Quest XI. What a game, though. So good. I thought that cat was about just to leave. Nope, nope. Oh, I hate that you can't interact with the cats. There's nothing we can do. Can't even leave it food or something. Isn't that the true cat experience, though? Isn't it? You want to interact with the cat, but the cat's like, no, 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 no. We don't interact with each other, I'm afraid. Not today. Isn't that the true cat experience? You think so? To be fair, Sengu, you've been blessed with some very, very cuddly cats in your life.
Let's do this.
Yeah, what is it? Wasn't Frodo? Wasn't he like very, very cuddly? Unless they're hungry, of course. It's Wolf. There we go. Boosh. Let's see if we can. Ah, it doesn't work. So some of them can take hits better than the other. Okay. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. This is good. This is very good stuff. Okay, I've already been here. Find, is it another option in the new district? In all honesty, buddies, I think it's becoming 11:30 over here. I think I should probably just wrap it up. I looked after a friend's cat for a couple of days, and then the cat wanted nothing to do with me except for running laps around my stomach at 3 in the morning. Wonderful. Aren't cats amazing? Anyways, I'm going to go to the big webcam screen. Everyone, thank you all so much for checking out BuddyGames today. I know it's been a very unusual day to stream for us, but we were able to fit this one in, and I'm so glad that I was able to I don't know, it feels like what do you call those? Like one of those like marathons where you have like little stamps that you have to get. That's what this felt like for me and working with Square Enix, to be like, oh, I wanna cover this one, I wanna cover this one, I'll cover this one. I'll make sure that they're all like, we have stuff tell about them. We're gonna make sure we put up a good show for those. So yes, again, Square Enix, thank you so much for believing in BuddyGames this year, with your wonderful games like Octopath Traveler, trusting us with Dragon Quest, trusting us with Romancing Saga, Visions of Mana, and now also Fantasian Neo Dimension. Thank you so much. Gonzai, thank you so much for the bits as well. Also, welcome on in, Gonzai. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, seriously, Square Enix, thank you so much for this wonderful year of RPGs that you have provided all of Square Enix fans. It's been an absolute blessing, and I hope that in the future we can work on more video games that you're producing, of course. But for now, we are well fed. We like, as much as we'd love to see more games, we are very well fed at the moment. So we're just going to try to get through these games first, and then we shall see what we'll ask first. Because I think every Square Enix fan over here right now will say, like, we're good for this year. Anyways, with that said, we have the Book of Eternityyy over here. So I have done my absolute best by myself to fill this book in. So excuse me if I have forgotten about you, but I think I've got them all. We've got, for subs, we got Marin, Purple Says, and Miss Donny. Thank you so much for the subs. For bits, we have got Banner7512, Miss Donny, Archduke of Prussia, Enceladus, Kirai1987, and Gonzai. Thank you so much for the bits. And for the raids, we have got Ebak the Cat. Thank you all so much for your support. And your names are now immortalized in the Book of Eternityyy. So, with that said, what's next on BuddyGames? We got a couple of streams ready for you coming up. Super excited for these. So, What is it? So yeah, I was thinking about this one big one that we've got coming up. So Liam's got an extra stream coming up at some point within the next few days as well. It's kind of like in his ballpark at the moment, but expect another game to come at some point within the next few days. On Sunday at 1 p.m. GMT, Rosie's going to bless you all with Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver Remastered, which has been provided to us by Asper Media. Thank you so much, Asper, for again giving us a wonderful game. Legacy of Kain is a franchise that we are not familiar with, but we would love to learn more about. So this opportunity couldn't be better, you know. I'm so happy for this. So we've got that coming up. On Wednesday, the big day, the grand finale of the Secret Santa, round number 3, Rosie's turn. Is she been naughty? Has she been nice? We shall see about that one. I kind of already know, but we shall see, of course, because there's still time for the vote. But yes, please make sure that you vote if you haven't yet, and let us also know what your reasons are if you want to give us a reason. And then based on that, we will, Liam and I will come up with a very fun game that's appropriate for that answer. So please look forward to that one at 8 p.m. GMT. And then on Sunday, that Sunday after, we've got one more stream in us. One more big stream for you all, which I cannot go in depth about yet, but you shall see what that one will be. But it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a special one. We wanted to end the year with a bang. So look forward to that stream as well. And then we're on a 3-week hiatus, of which we're going to have to somehow move all of this into our house and then make the Buddy Bunker work again. We're currently in the works for that one. It's going to be very hectic and busy, but I'm going to try my best to make all of that work. But yes, we're going to be on a 3-week hiatus. We're not gone. We're not dead. We're going to be coming back. But we're just going to have to move everything over and also make sure that we take a break. Yes, Lee, but this is also where we're going to try to make extra content, and obviously we'll give some streamers a shout out as well, to let you all know, like, hey, obviously we're not going to be around, but make sure you check these out. I don't know what Liam's idea is in the hiatus. I know that Liam last year was very much like, I really want to kind of keep that line up. Like, he really wanted to kind of continue streaming, so he was streaming a lot on his channel, so he might be streaming. But remember, he's moving, so he needs to reconfigure everything. Right now, his streams are running on this camera with these headsets and stuff, so all that stuff he's not going to have anymore. So I can't tell you if he's going to be able to stream immediately or if he needs to get a lot of stuff, because remember, he had some bad luck with his insurance the other day. So equipment is expensive, so he's just going to have to find another way, or perhaps have to postpone it a little bit until he's ready to go. But yes, BuddyGames is not going anywhere. We're just going to take a 3-week hiatus, and then we're going to be back with our next big playthrough. So yes, look forward to that one. Anyways, buddies, thank you all so much for checking out BuddyGames for tonight. I've linked down what the schedule is. Our socials, you already know what the socials are. Of course, just ! Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever you see you fancy. By the way, if you are noticing that we're not really active on Twitter, that's because we are now more active on Blue Sky, ! Blue Sky. Make sure you follow us over there if you want to see our shenanigans of what we are up to with BuddyGames, as well as some like fun little conversation about video games. If you really like the passion that we try to put in these games and stuff, you can definitely find that on our Blue Sky. With that said, let's see if we can rate someone. This is very, very late. Oh, we got a good one. We got Jesse Kid over here doing Astrobot. Now, this is the first time Jesse is playing Astrobot with the Christmas level. So make sure you don't tell her what the bots are if you do know, because there's definitely one in there I need to see her reaction for. So let's raid into her. There we go. And I will see you all on Sunday. No, I'll see you on Wednesday, but you'll see Rosie on Sunday, 1 p.m. GMT. You'll see me on Wednesday, 8 p.m. GMT for Secret Santa, Rosie's turn, round 3. Bye, everyone.